Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This account came into me by email, and the witness said, Deborah, I came across your website while searching for some help. I want to report something I saw on New Year's Day this year while I was walking my dog. I know you usually take reports of Bigfoots and Yetis, but I don't know how else to explain the things that I saw or who to go to report it. I guess you could call them Littlefoots, because I saw something in the woods that wasn't large. They were short, two little small and hairy human type figures. I regularly take my dog walking in some woods near the village of Newmark. The woods are called Errington Woods. Well, on New Year's Day, I was on my usual walk with the dogs when I heard some chattering noises. It sounded like two men muttering, and it sounded to me almost ape-like. I looked into the trees where the direction of the sounds were coming from, and I came across these two creatures, both stood near a felled tree. They were about 3 feet tall and covered in tawny coloured hair. They were both males, and I saw anatomy on one. They looked like small primitive humans, and one was wearing what I can only assume was a loincloth. They each had a mane of hair down their necks, and they were very muscular, and I got the impression that they were not children or young, that they were fully grown. They were just two little men covered in golden tawny hair. They stared at me for a few seconds, and I got my mobile out. My black lab then started barking at them. As I was loading the camera, they shot off into the bushes, and I had no chance to take a picture. They soon disappeared, and I lost sight of them. Anyway, that's my story as it happened, and thank you for your time. Now, this is another account very close to many others along an estuary between a coast and sea, and it's not the only account of hairy little men. In fact, here's one from Staffordshire in 1975. A young couple, Barry and Elaine, are returning from Christmas party in the early morning with their two children asleep in the back of seat and driving towards their home in Slitting Mill, Staffs. The car stalled and Barry, then in his 20s, jumped out to check on the engine, and his wife saw something that the young couple later described as trolls. According to Barry, Elaine let out a loud scream, terrified by the sight of a small figure that ran across the road in front of them at high speed. She explains, I just about saw it at the last second, and then another one followed it, and then a third one. The best way I can describe them to you is like a little hairy troll or something. Little thick-bodied, hairy men that moved across the road really fast. And we had some moonlight, so it was easy to see them. I'd say they were all 4 feet tall, and when the third one crossed by us, you could see them on the edge of the trees, wary of something, I'm not sure, as if not wanting to enter the woods. And then there's also the weeping figure, if people remember, from Evesham, and that's a young lad who's walking home from a night out, and he sees a small, hairy, upright figure leaning against the lamppost, just, I'd say, 30 metres from the Avon River, and he walks away as quietly as he can, and he said he didn't see the face, but he would imagine that the face was terrifying because he was a young boy there. And I wonder how many other witnesses there are out there to small figures like this. If you are one or you know someone who is, please get in touch. I would love to hear from you. And I think so would the witnesses to these small figures. Until next time, good night.